bum, bum,
Bam.
bum,
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 bum, bum.
bum, bum.
Interesting pre-show today.
Always
Aren't
good.
they always?
Yeah, interesting little pre-show.
One day we're
Could
gonna.
we just, Jack, just tape it? No hot mics.
Tape
We don't
it.
want it live.
Well, the whole pre-show
Press
is hot mic.
record for a while and just then you cut those clips too.
But I feel like
make
you
us
would
look
want
like
all the good
dickheads.
stuff edited out.
Well, I was just going
Well,
to
I
say,
can't have that or
and
that.
make us look like dickheads.
Right,
and-
yeah. That's tough to
So
do.
one of the things like I was thinking is like maybe you could like subscribe to the pre-show at a very, very high price.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
you'd also have to sign a waiver not to sue us because you're going to hear some shit.
Can we be sued or just canceled?
All the above. Yeah, you have to
Okay.
sign a waiver.
Canceling's good. Is it like when those guys, those coaches at the college coaches get the $50 million deals and then after
like
a
that,
year they're
yeah.
out? Is that what we'll get?
Sounds great.
When we get canceled?
We'll probably get $0.
Not quite 50.
Similar.
Yeah, we'd be closer to the $0 on the
A lot of zeros.
Don't we have
Number in front of them.
guaranteed contracts.
Mm.
Hmm.
Didn't interpret it that way.
This show is a presentation of Bet365. Get in on the action for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365, official partner of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Would have been some line moving yesterday. Some in-game action would be interesting. Must be 19 or older. And of course, during the course of the show, we got the super chat. You put down some money, we will get your comment put on the program, and we'll move that money over to the youth centers of Calgary. Welcome, 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 everybody.
So you're suggesting up 2 goals with 2 minutes to play, the Blues would have been heavy favorites.
Worst lead in hockey.
Is that what they say, huh?
I'm not sure with 2 minutes
3-1,
left, but
I feel like it's
it goes back to many years. There's a pocket. There's me and a couple buddies, and it's back when we were working in Red Deer. If it was a lopsided game, if they were way down, it's like OT is going to be great.
Yeah,
like don't worry, overtime is going to be awesome. So yesterday at 2-0, at the 7:16 mark, I texted the fellas and said OT is going to be great.
It's going to be electric, fellas.
And
well,
holy cow!
What a response you got!
What a response, as it turned out. A wild one. There's no other way to really. Well, McLeod Law will do the opening statements for McLeod Law, keep us from getting canceled. They do such a great job. Such a great job. Litigator of the year.
What if they hired
Lottie.
the other side and they're the ones that
I feel like we're at the front of the line. They can't do that.
I have a McLeod Law update, by the way.
Oh, do you?
I was a guest referee for the Associates against the Partners hockey game on Friday.
Associates versus Partners.
Is
that right, eh?
Yeah. That's Jake King. Good centerman.
Is that right?
Yes.
Whoa.
Pretty good.
Outdoor? Can he play when the...
Okay, Jack, you can take that.
If we can get him up to Jasper, that's a piece. I'm telling you. Klein wasn't there, but Shane King was.
He's got a lot of kids, doesn't he?
A lot of kids.
Austin's busy off the ice.
Run off.
You got to negotiate.
I met the triplets. It's crazy. Okay, anyway.
Well, you had 2, and this is one more.
I was just like, okay, twins is nuts, but triplets feels like about 10 times more than
I would
twins.
imagine it is.
I haven't done the math, but it feels like tenfold.
Compounding fractures, Ryan.
Compounding fractures.
Painful and hard to wrap your head around.
It really is.
Yeah.
Where were you?
McLeod Law.
Did you finish the read?
No, I just don't even know where to. If you missed it, we've got a lot happened in a relatively short amount of time. A classic.
Yeah.
Yesterday afternoon in Winnipeg. Fans might feel like there's no chance here.
Might have turned off the TV earlier. Something.
Yeah, they might have just thought this is going to be one of the worst Game 7s ever. I might be one of those guys.
Really?
Was, morale was low. There were some F-bombs.
Did you?
I didn't think you were a fan anyway. I thought you were.
I mean,
wavering a bit here.
Yeah, we're all the veil.
Canadian team, eh? Yeah, Canadian team, and I'm still bitter with the Blues over what they did here with that whole thing.
Yeah,
what they do here?
Well, those back-to-back wins and that winning streak. They basically cost the Flames a playoff spot. Minnesota. Too, but
they did do that stuff to Edmonton, though. I'm thankful.
Can I just interject because I don't want to? You guys are doing a hell of a job of selling this. I feel like it wasn't just one game on the weekend.
Oof.
There was another.
There was about a 25, 26-hour period there where that might be some of the best hockey you see in your life.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Being a sports fan. Was
Yeah.
good.
Third period leads. Not safe this weekend as we go to Dallas on Saturday. As Rantanen went crazy the last 2 games. And the Stars advance, again, much like the Jets, who looked dead, left for dead, on home ice in a Game 7.
Can we circle back to you thinking it was over? Did you like wake up this morning and find out, or did you get?
Yeah, when did
I turn it off?
Get to watch overtime?
No, I'd like, I'll bathe in that misery. Okay, let's just take
Threw
it
a
all in.
rom-com on and lost yourself.
Watch Kings
This
and
is
Queens.
this is true story. It's Game 7. Order some food. Kids are mom's out of town. I know you hate. It's tough. Let's order some. Get some grub. Order in. Game 7.
It's a treat.
1-0 early. Have not ordered yet.
Real quick.
Game's just about to start. Then
Real
it's
quick.
2-0. It's like, just, you know what? You guys could put a pizza pop in the microwave or something. We're not.
We're done here. We're done here.
There was no food ordered to the house last night.
So
Mood was
so went
morale was
from
down.
this is going to be a great night. We're going to watch Game 7.
Yeah.
Order some whatever
the
the
best
kids
team win.
want. Whatever you want.
yeah.
Yeah, guys, watch this. This is a really unique
Yeah.
chance to just watch 2 teams play for it all.
You want crazy
I'll
bread?
bring in some food.
Crazy bread, some dips.
You know,
Yeah,
kids,
sure.
screw
Yeah.
you. Make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Go figure something else out. Not ordering
Really?
bloody food.
So the valley was low. Would you say,
Oh yeah, yeah.
for the non-fan, for the I'm not a Jets fan. Okay.
The that Faxa goal,
Oof.
F-bombs. You get one back.
2-1. You're fine.
So you're fine. You're fine. And then you give up that one where, again, Hellebuck, what a story. I that first goal, we can do the Warner whiteboard.
Sure,
on
we
it,
can do the
too.
whiteboard. Love to do the whiteboard.
We've
Whiteboard's
got
wonderful.
The second goal is the one where
the
I'm
first
just
one.
like,
There's really
holy,
this
the
is hard.
whiteboard's going to be great for the first goal. Sorry.
It's hard to blame Hellebuck in a way for this
How do you allow
because
2-on-1 here?
Walkus.
Where are you going?
Which one? 13
81.
or
All
81?
three,
Yeah,
yeah. You
he's
don't need
Kind of
3 guys
dropping
on the
down
wall.
into a spot where you
It's protecting the corner.
he covering-
You can't let him
that's
get
what
to
you
the corner.
teach the kids right there. Make sure they're not shooting from the hash along the wall.
Keep him out of the corner. Yep.
Anyway, go slowly now, Jack. Stop it.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Huh.
now we're and you back check so hard.
Yeah, it's a heck of a play on the wall.
2 things. Morrissey gets stuck here. It's not his fault. So first of all, my overall reaction, it's Connor's fault for shitty back check. It's a good back check, but it's bad back
2
check.
other forwards.
I
too.
don't think Morrissey. I don't think Hellebuck can do anything. And the only way you make this save if Morrissey plays it differently, even though he's in a bad spot. Go ahead. Can't let the pass go across. Stop. And they certainly can't let the pass go back across.
And if you are going to leave your feet, you better get in front of that.
Yes,
pass.
like you're. I know it's a tough play, but a tool.
Swimming.
Okay,
It's a tough spot for him.
stop, Jack. Be quicker with your finger.
Come
there.
on, Jack.
Back it up a little.
Jeez.
What's he supposed to do, Hellebuck here?
Well,
It's
Let
a
him
tough
shoot
spot.
it in the empty net. He should know that he's going to go back to the stop. You have to slide across.
Morrissey's job is to take the pass away. You're right. So he's squared up for the shot from the left hash. Yes.
Yeah, and now the pass is across. He has to slide. I don't know what he's supposed to. I was like, oh,
Yeah. If you don't score that, my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
See,
anyway,
he didn't. Yeah.
next.
and then the 2-0 goal.
Oh, boy.
This has to hit Morrissey's foot.
It has to, right?
It does.
As much as
I'm like, I'm scrutinizing, and I'm like, I'm sure that hits his foot. If it doesn't, it's shameful.
Well, and that's kind of where we've been at with Like, you got to have that. It's Game
I
7.
still don't know that he's out enough.
He did, I thought.
there's
get
also
more
the Connor
aggressive in
play
the zone.
here.
Yeah, this is shit.
This is
Really
don't
soft.
don't do that.
Really soft. Yuck.
It does look like it. I don't know. That angle's not the best for it.
Thought this is Warner's whiteboard. I thought you were supposed to be able to.
That angle's not the best
I
for
know.
it. I'm waiting for
This
this,
is the
angle.
angle.
Stop. It hits.
I
his
feel
foot.
like it hits his
It
skate,
hits his skate.
but he's lost his net. If you see where Hellebuck's position there,
Pause. Yeah. He's taken
in a way.
But
Yep.
the third goal, it was the worst goal. I think Fax's shot is the worst because
Really?
I think Hellebuck's way too deep.
He's
and
way
that's-
deep.
Well, why are you way down there? Like, what? No.
And also, again, I feel like has lost his net.
yes,
Yeah.
He's too
the
far to
other
his
side. He's blocker side.
Good job, Jack.
Looks good there.
Looks all right, but he's drifting
He's
back
drifting.
just a little bit, Jack. That's still too
good.
deep.
Yeah.
For NHL shooters,
Is he thinking pass, backdoor?
the guy's laying
I
down.
don't know.
I'll ask you a question. Yes.
Well, I tell you what, he's got to have great.
Rank all 16 to 20 goalies you saw in round one of the playoffs. Connor Hellebuck might be last on that list.
Oh,
I don't know who
Yeah.
had a worse playoffs than
well,
Connor
Kemper
Hellebuck.
gave up a lot of goals.
Had a couple of games where he looked great, a bunch. But yeah, and again, it's Edmonton too, right? But the worst goalie in round one by a lot of the metrics is Connor Hellebuck, and they somehow
Yeah.
get through.
And in a weird way,
He was good in
that
the
goal that makes it 3-1 might have been the best thing for the Jets or the worst thing for St. Louis, because from that point on, shots were 34-13 Winnipeg.
They took over.
St. Louis did much like what we criticized, easy to do in hindsight, sit back, protecting a 2-goal lead, 3-1. They didn't force the issue.
What's the time of that goal that you bring up there?
The Faxa was 19:25 of the second. So 3-1 heading to the room. If it's 2-1, maybe it's a little bit different to start that third period.
I think
Jets just look better. It finally got back to Jets
I know
hockey.
what you're saying, but I think we're 3-1's 2-goal leads.
Oh, I know.
St. Louis is happy they score there, no question.
Yeah.
But the Jets, I thought, started to take over in the second, really. They were way behind on the shot clock early. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
Like 10 minutes in there, and they end up blowing the doors off them on shots and chances. It just took them a while to get going. And when you watch the first 2 goals, you see uncharacteristic mistakes and guys that are probably trying to do too much. And their goalie, most importantly, settled in for the third and overtimes.
I think the Jets are 100% rattled when Morrissey leaves the game.
That's
I
a
think
huge loss.
I think when Morrissey leaves the game, the bench is what?
Yeah. Morrissey, 4
Wow.
shifts, 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
Yeah.
So it was like the 7-minute mark of the first, and he's gone. And not only are you without Scheifele to begin with, now you're without your best defender by a mile.
Yep.
And you've got 50 some odd minutes left in the game.
And you're down 2 at that point, I believe, as well. Like, that's a real tough start. I don't know you can have a worse start to game 7 than what that was when you consider the loss of Morrissey.
The Blues have to be wondering last night through a sleepless night today, how did this happen? What did the hockey gods, why did this?
It was just, I think you have to go, it was hockey gods and it just happens. We can't control the hockey
Those are
gods.
2 pretty perfect tips from Perfetti.
I was going to say, how many times, if you were to do it all over again, is Perfetti going to tip both of those pucks perfectly where they need to go? The Meslikov
second
shot
one's going in, or that for Perfetti, like he had an open net. Like it's not that first tip. How many times do you have to practice that?
Yeah, that's a Crosby
And
one.
even if you're doing it 100 times a day,
How many of those go in?
how many are going where they need
50, 40? I don't know.
Oh.
That seems high. You got to be so good at that.
low percentage. That's what they'd call that.
Yeah.
The Nemesnikov one goes off of Shen and then off of a skate.
Yeah. Wild.
Hockey gods.
That's hockey gods. And I think it was the game before too.
And
Yep.
then
The hockey gods got involved, and a very talented hockey.
And then the overtime winner is off of a body,
off
of Lowry's pants and in.
I predicted that one.
Pants and in or Lowry?
Lowry.
And Lowry has a
And
nice play on the
and
tying
the
goal,
shift. Yeah. Well, and it's a game 7 and it's at home and everybody's quiet. That whatever white fans outside, whatever the hell they call it. I don't
That's
know.
right. White fans outside. That's
Sounds a little racist.
That does, and
the
it
White House.
wasn't meant that way, so we're canceled again. But how about the roller coaster? How many people? You shut the TV off. How many people went downtown in Winnipeg?
Oh yeah,
ready for a hell of a party. And okay, let's get the hell
I
out
don't
of
know,
Let's
Winnipeg.
get the hell out of here before everybody starts.
After that goal, how many guys came running around the corner that had left already? Like,
Oh.
you're coming back. I heard everyone.
Yeah.
I heard a scream.
End of 2. I'm like, okay, let's get out of here. We'll get out of here before everybody else. Like, there's no way.
Traffic. The young
Wild.
men lobbied hard. They got to watch
Fax's goal before the end of 2, it would have been like, okay, we're leaving.
We've got, you know what, I put this up. It's getting fizzy with it. I'm guessing maybe if you're from Saskatoon and you're a fan of the Blues or the Shens or whatever, this is not a celebration. This is a very difficult loss for the Blues. But if you do, I meant to put this in. I was going to send this. Let's do the
Shens. They've got one kid going on. What are they worried?
I'm going to send a photo in here, Jackie boy, if I can remember how to do this. The goal, 2.2 seconds. It's 3 seconds. It's now officially the latest game-tying goal in a Game 7, which new record.
It's a good one.
The last one. Do you remember any idea when the last Game 7 game-tying goal would have been?
Well, it wasn't in 04.
It was in 04. Game 7.
Canucks.
Round 1.
Was it
Matt Cooke?
Matt Cooke? Oh, God.
Matt Cooke scored with 6 seconds left.
Hey, Suts. Leo? Really? You're putting Leo out. Oh, great.
Take a listen.
That stinking jersey on the ice.
Side of the goal. Debris on the ice and 15 seconds left.
Blow it dead with the
Again,
debris.
as the stick knocks out of his hand.
Oh, do you fall? Jeez.
Leo, stop him.
10 seconds left. Marcus Naslund to the net. Stop. Scores. Scores. Matt Cooke.
Hey, Reg.
Cashing in.
This guy coming in there.
Hey, Reg.
It's weird. They'd get retro, break them up.
Do we want to do Warner's whiteboard on this one?
I don't know because
Yeah. There it is. Yeah, there it is. Your buddy Jovo dancing in the penalty box. All right, walk us through this. 20 seconds left.
Put it in.
Jersey.
Well, you've mentioned
Empty net goals. I don't know if you know,
goals?
guys,
Tell
are
us.
so big.
Is that right?
That's a slash. That's
What are the odds of that?
I don't know what the hell that is. That's Leo getting burned because Sutter took me off the ice. Kipper, stop the puck.
And that guy.
Yeah, that grease ball.
Oh, he came by the bench sticking his tongue out at everyone.
Yeah, he did.
Oof. Fellas.
And Cooke does kind of give a little, he kind of trips Reg at the same time.
Jovo's excited.
Yeah, he's pumped. Not for long, but anyway, that's a good memory.
Yes, fond memories. Yep.
What do you remember about that intermission?
Nothing.
No?
Like CTE.
I know what you want me to say, but I don't agree with it because it's been told differently than it actually happened. So
No, I honestly, I'm not even.
What, is something peeling the paint off the walls or not? Or it's like, hey,
No.
we'd take this at the beginning of the year if we had Game 7 overtime?
Oh, I think some of that stuff was said.
Yeah, something like that. So anyway, congrats to Perfetti for now taking that record.
One up it.
Yeah, he's got it.
Get old Matt Cooke off the record.
That's right.
That's all right with me.
So we're kind of biased. We like Lowry. His old man Dave is a
I
great
said
guy.
to my kids after he scored, I said, I body slammed that kid on a couch when he was little.
Tell him
Yeah.
everything he knows.
This one was actually the story. This is from 2004. Well, why? What did Lowry? He's a Calgary kid.
Yeah.
Now was born in St. Louis, oddly enough, beating the Blues here because his dad was a St. Louis Blue, but kind of grew up in Calgary. Look at back in 2004 as a member of the Bow Valley Atom 1 Spitfires,
Oh, the Spitfires. Look at
firing
that.
on the pads there at the Southland Leisure Center.
Is he a net there?
He's in net.
Wow.
Look at this kid.
It's like Otani. He could play net too.
Must have been a playoff game. They got the hair dye going. It's my guess.
Or he's just
That looks like some
Mom has
joint poison. Anyway, so we've always kind of
Well, he played that baseball game where
he
that
does a ton for stuff here in the
Pierre,
city.
broke
If
his
it's
shoulder, yeah.
with Kids Sport Calgary, he came out and did one of our charity ball games. He was at the Targets for Kids.
He's a great human.
He's Calgary.
Yeah, good family, good guy, and
Right.
we'll run this just because it's kind of sweet. Rick Bones,
Yes.
his former coach in Winnipeg, and he was on the TNT panel for the post-game interview with Lowry.
It's Bones. Listen,
Oh, Bones.
you know what I think of you.
You'll bring a tear to my eye.
I know, man. I know. Listen, that's why you're captain. That effort and that gutsy effort from that team tonight personifies you, your work ethic, your team commitment, your compete. Man, I couldn't be happier for you. You know I love you. You know I miss you, and I couldn't be happy for you, man. You're doing a great job. Keep it going. Good luck against Dallas, but man, I'm very, very proud of you.
Thanks, Bones. You know, those words mean a lot to me. You know, I love you. I appreciate, you know, the relationship, the time we got to spend together, even getting to catch up at the end of March. And, you know, glad Judy's doing well too. So we miss you in Winnipeg. I know you might be a little torn, you know, 2 former teams, but we're going to always take you in our corner, Bones. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I was going to have to send a care package.
Ask these guys. They know it's Jets all the way.
Oh, he's been living and dying.
That's sweet stuff. Great kid, great guy, cool stuff. That's the hockey. That's you get some of that with good guys in the game.
Yeah,
Love it.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Yeah.
player.
Pretty nice.
And was their de facto number 1 center once Scheifele got hurt. They had Domestikov there for a bit, but that's an impressive victory.
And then we'll just more on the game in a moment. With that goal, Lowry becomes the second captain to score a Game 7 series clinching goal.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and maybe it's overtime. I'm not sure what it is, but he's the second captain ever to do it.
A series clinching overtime.
Oddly enough, the last captain to do it also did it against the St. Louis Blues. It's quite a while ago, though. You might remember it.
Their team trying to get fresh legs out there. Center ice, it deflects off by Gretzky, taken by Eiserman. Cuts behind Seravalli, finds it!
60-footer! Bingo! This is the one Don Cherry always used to show from the reverse angle where you can see him just label it right in the corner.
Wood stick.
Oh, Wango, I believe is what Don had to say there. So, yeah, that's double overtime.
Wayne.
Stevie Eiserman.
Wayne looking like Kyle Connor there, just a little bit off.
Yeah, a little bit.
I feel like we
Wait,
might
sir.
critique the goalie nowadays.
Yeah, that was a foot inside the blue line with a wooden stick, but also
Did it go off the
that's a
stick
long
here? It's maybe far enough out you can compensate if it did. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Hell of a
yeah.
shot. John Casey might
Johnny.
want it. Anyway, that's some of the stuff there surrounding the game.
Great couple nights of hockey.
Neil Pionk,
Ooh.
46 minutes and 15 seconds, and assisted on the game winner.
Monster game. He
3
got-
assists, 46 minutes.
As good as you can play. Or he
Yeah.
He had a really big year, got the extension rewarded a couple months ago. What is it, 7 years times 6 million or 6 times 7 million? But
that
he
shows
was
why.
a forgotten guy in the Trouba trade, and he's been a much better player than Trouba since that trade was made with New York. And that, of course, everyone's like, Winnipeg, how could they win this deal? You get an American kid that wants out, you're going to get screwed. They won that deal decidedly.
Yeah, Dylan Sandberg, 44 minutes.
Good young player.
DeMello, 36.
I would say that's not. Here's the issue moving forward. If Morrissey's out, then you end up being like the 04 Flames, where you've got 4 5s and 6s playing way too much
Well,
hockey.
Fleury came in and played a ton, and that's not a guy that's used to it. He looked pretty good. That helps. But you're right. You'd rather have just like
And for a
how
one,
did Dallas win without Heiskanen? I mean,
yeah, for
geez.
one game, it's fine. It's the
longer it goes.
You really hope Morrissey's going to be okay because that's.
Well, ditto Scheifele, right?
I would rather have Morrissey than Scheifele.
Agreed.
But yes,
But both is tough.
Yeah, for Morrissey, it was because he was -2 in the 209 that he played before he got injured.
Right. Again, not how much on him after the
Yeah.
whiteboard, but yeah. And then the other note would be top line center number 1D. Dallas, the team they're playing, just won a series without those two guys and might get them both back in Heiskanen and Robertson.
Yeah. Let's go there if we're done with.
well, that's the problem we're
Jets
having is that you
Blues.
could spend all day
I know.
talking about Jets Blues. Oh, and oops, there was a game Saturday.
And in there too, Binnington was great. He makes that save off of the partial break, almost
Ehlers.
clear cut on Ehlers.
You said hockey gods. I'm telling you, that was hockey gods. It's
It just
one of
feels-
those. My
2 minutes
kids and my wife actually asked me. They're like, "Well, so after if you lose, what?" It's. I said, there is nothing.
Yeah.
You're upset, but what are you feeling? You're not going, well, I should have done this. No, you're like, how the F did this happen?
Yeah.
And unlike the LA series where you had, oh, why did you challenge that? Or like, could you hit it
Get
empty
that
net?
puck
Like
out
it was
and-
just like, it took 6 random bounces all
Yes,
connecting.
we got beat, but I don't know that we were worse than the other team.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, remember where St. Louis was mid-season? Like, Their captain was on the block. They were well out of a playoff spot. They changed coaches in season. And you go from that point to the end of the year, they're one of the best teams in the NHL. They didn't have one of the most impactful players in Dylan Holloway, who they really, really missed. Not that other teams don't have injuries, but even when they ended that, 14-game winning streak or something hilarious, 12-game, Holloway was a point-per-game player since Montgomery took over. They could have used him. They're going to be a real good team again next year, and the thought of rebuilding it in November, December might have made sense. It doesn't anymore. That's a good team.
Yeah. So yeah, the night before, we were actually at an event.
Oh yeah, we're hobnobbing.
Hobnobbing.
Is that what it's
All
called?
that sort of thing. Yeah, something like that. And again, watching a third period of a game where a home team, you work so hard to get home ice in a game 7, should you get there. You got there, and it's doing nothing for them.
Yeah.
And we were just, Dallas they're going to have to do something here fast, because this is not going well. McKinnon made it 2-0, I think, early in that third period.
I thought that, sorry to step on you a little bit, but I felt like that Colorado was still carrying the play. You know, the Blues kind of sat back, and the Kings had been criticized for sitting back too much. We weren't watching it that intently. We were watching it, but I felt like Colorado was still kind of carrying the play.
Yeah. There was very little both nights to suggest that what was about to happen was going to happen. And on Saturday, the guy you traded away.
Yeah.
For no reason. I don't.
Well, there's a reason, but it's tough to give away a superstar. You almost never see it happen.
I guess my opinion is not that you're right. There's a reason, but I think it was an F up by an agent and a miscommunication issue more than we need to trade this guy issue.
Somewhere between the GM and the agent, things probably got to a spot where Rantanen didn't think they were.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because when he got traded, he's like, what? I thought we were.
Yeah.
Like I was going to make it work here.
Yeah. Anyway.
Was it McKinnon who was almost choked up on camera when asked about Rantanen leaving? He then sticks it right in the heart.
Yeah. And wasn't great early in the series, but completely took over game 6 and 7.
So this is the, whichever. You don't see it. You don't see it leave his stick. All you see is after it's hit the crossbar and comes straight down, it is a laser beam.
This is the nice little soft pick.
It's also you can't let him in.
Yeah, there's a bit of a soft, just
right there.
Hey guys,
excuse me.
Can you back that up, Jeff? Stop. Where is the back checking forward going, though? Go. Stop. Why are you going over there?
Yeah, that's. Is it Faxa that we're seeing, or is it 18? I think it's 18 of green, where it's like somewhere along the way.
Back
it's
it up.
Like, why don't you take the puck carrier?
Just a touch. Yeah. Okay, go. Stop. Yeah. I think that's a misread, but I mean, that's whatever.
Yeah, I don't even know if you call it a pick because the player went to him.
Yeah.
They both went to him, so it's not like
It's true.
you deliberately went out of your way to do it. But
Still
what a
in good
shot.
shape. 2-1. You're fine.
Just fine. Just fine. And this one is so bananas. Is in?
Well, hang on. So just pause it there, Jeff. We're sitting at this event, Pinder, literally a minute before this happens. No, it was before the penalty. Sorry, before the penalty. Talking about sticks and how much they are for kids and this and that. And then the one guy said, I broke 3 sticks this year. I haven't broke a stick in a decade.
Yeah.
So we're alluding to the fact that these sticks, as wonderful as they're supposed to be, and of course, McCarr tries to one-time it, and boom, breaks, penalty. Holy screw.
Yeah. Was maybe not a great penalty. That was the Drury call where he kind of
no
was holding or whatever, but
that's the Drury calls. Is it?
Yeah, or well, no, you're right. You're right. That's on the Johnston.
Yeah,
that's the Johnston.
Anyway, the McCarr one seemed chintzy too.
We must have been drinking or something.
Yeah, maybe.
So anyway,
the McCarr one seemed chintzy. When's the league going to talk to the suppliers and go, geez, guys, can we get some stuff?
Guys, can we get some reliable gear here?
Because this is costing us
It
millions.
used to be way worse too.
So it is not ready. 55.
I mean,
That's not what you want.
He's keeping him out of the middle of the ice, I guess.
Yeah.
You're going that way. I'm going to go this way. That's what we tell the kids, Dean. Go ahead, Jack. Goalie's doing more. Well, I think you might have to go to the other clip.
Or just start it again.
Hockey
Hockey gods
helping you out.
man. It sounds
A lot of
crazy
bounces out there.
but how many? It's just ridiculous. And just like that, the rink is going bananas.
That's a good ball.
And then questionable penalty. Maybe in a game 7 you let it
have
go.
to talk about it. There's no fucking way that's a penalty. That's my first F word, and I'm sorry, but there's no fucking way that's a penalty in game 7 under 5 minutes to go. Bullshit call by the refs.
Yeah. It was
bullshit call. Be better. That is brutal.
4:13 left. Drury gets called for holding.
And we saw in the St. Louis Winnipeg game, they just put the whistles.
You
They did.
and
That's
you
it.
have no reason to be involved in the game. Zero.
At this point, stay away.
The Makar call, I was like, but okay. That one, no good.
So the Stars get a late power play. Opportunity, maybe.
For no reason.
Opportunity.
Yes. Can we show the penalty?
No, I don't have it.
Hell of a blower.
It's quick.
Some of the goalie moments were.
Trying to take the lead. Down low.
He's terrible coming across. There's time to get across.
Well,
there.
the other thing too, Rhett, look at his stick. He doesn't. A lot of goalies would
block
that pass.
Yep.
He's not comfortable
I
enough.
mean, I'm not putting
We'll
it
get
on
the
the
other-
goaltending, but you do want to make that.
Yeah, and you could get that pass doesn't need to get through. Look how close it is to him, and he has no interest in trying to alter the pass.
You'd be scared to death. You're gonna
Give it up,
knife it into your own net or something. But the pass is perfect.
Look how close this is to him. It's like 2 inches.
It is crazy. And Johnston,
I don't.
Watch
with him, he
said he's expecting big things from Johnson.
yeah.
That's a good call.
All right.
Take
Johnston game winner with 3:56 left. First player to score multiple series clinching goals in game 7s at the age of 22 or younger.
I was gonna say
He's done it before.
Runway left.
And then the empty netter. So
I had a Wyatt Johnson goal and over 5.5. Randy doesn't get that puck to like 8 seconds, and I'm like, oh my god, it's an empty net. He's on a breakaway.
Hercules.
Like it's 2-0 with 13 minutes left. Like this thing's cooked.
No.
Wyatt Johnson hasn't scored, and the over's not hitting.
So
Hockey gods.
yeah, so the Avs, a tough one.
We would have only talked about Dallas and the Avs.
Yeah, if not for the
if not.
Yeah.
how did you upstage that game last night? But you did.
Nate McKinnon afterwards,
I've not seen this.
he was asked, I didn't the audio of the reporter asking the question, but basically he's asked, you guys made so many changes, you're one of the top teams, and you get your captain back and all of this, and still you're done. How seriously can you consider, when you think of yourself as a Stanley Cup contender, can you really be one when you've been eliminated in round 1?
Where it goes. I know, like from the outside, people are going to look at this and say, "Look, 2 of the best teams in the league went to the breakdown to the wire in Game 7." But is it hard for you guys to feel like you can win the Stanley Cup and go out in the first round?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they were missing their best D and maybe their best forward, so we still couldn't beat them. So, yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do.
So there you go. It's right afterwards, but it's you're kind of leading.
But he's got that in the back of his head. That's not something that pops up real quick, just spur of the moment.
And he's going to be playing at the World Championships. He's already confirmed, and he'll be there with Sid again. And we can expect another summer of people talking about Nate Dogg recruiting Sid.
I suppose.
Well, he better do a better job because I don't think.
I don't think it's going to happen, but I mean, if you're McKinnon, it's like they gave up a lot to get Brock Nelson, who's now a free agent. That was their 2C. Pittsburgh just parted ways with Mike Sullivan because Mike Sullivan, A, had been there a long time, but B, was like, let's try to win sooner than later, where the GM's like, we don't have enough to win sooner. We have to reload.
Maybe Nate wants to go.
This is one of those.
Sid going to Colorado be a little closer than the opposite.
This is one of those ones when you look at, and for people that maybe have a problem with how the playoffs are structured, this could be a Western Conference Finals series.
Yeah, well, win your division though. For the people that
Right?
are upset about it, win your division.
I'm just I know
Yeah.
you're going to get defensive, but it would be, you lost in round 1. We did, but we lost in game 7 to an incredibly good team that is also trying to win, that also adds at the deadline. Brought in Mikko Rantanen. Yeah, we got Coyle and you know, the Brock Lobster and all of that. It's hard, but there's not a lot of shame in losing to Dallas, even though it happened in round 1.
Yep, I agree with that.
If you lose in round 3, it's, well, we've got some work to do and we can't be satisfied. This does not feel to me like an Avalanche team that needs to look in the mirror and really analyze themselves because they lost in round 1. Those series happen.
Yeah.
This is not
but
one of them.
McKinnon's point about the top 2 guys for Dallas being out,
He's
is
not-
the only
yes.
reason to think, well, maybe with those 2 guys, it's a different story.
Yeah.
The other thing is they
whatever.
replaced a lot of players from where they started.
Incredible
Like it was
change.
probably close to 10 guys. They swapped out both goalies. So the Woods, Blackwood, Wedgwood. They bring in Lindgren on the back end. They made another swap to get Johnson to come back, who they knew. It's their their second and fourth line centers, Drury and Nelson, and their third line center in Coyle, and another winger from, like, it's not easy for a group to gel. Like we can all watch them and see all the talent, but a lot of these teams, it's success in the playoffs is a culmination of many battles together. That's a lot of turnover on that team from just November on.
And it's another one of those things where, like, again, that Kings Oilers, you're not talking about certain things if Quentin Byfield chips a puck past the D-man and
100%.
scores.
And
if they hang on to a 2-goal third period lead, if Rantanen doesn't go nuclear,
Well, and
congrats on
I
a big
can't
win
take
on
away-
the road.
Yeah, I can't take away from what Rantanen did, but it goes off Gerard from behind. Like, it's the hockey gods have spoken. Sorry, Colorado, you're not being blessed this year. That's winning a Stanley Cup. That's winning a Stanley Cup is when the gods bless you, because
You need so many
there's
bounces.
when's the last cup that someone's just would be LA that went through and won, like,
maybe
played 18 games, like you had,
Tampa steamrolled Montreal that bubble year, but most
that's
years
such
you
a
need some
weird year.
bounces,
Yeah. Okay, you're right. The Tampa
But
one.
still, that was
but-
an odd one.
Yeah, but and even so if you look at the NHL and you go, okay, first place in a conference to 8th place in a conference, how many wins in a year is that?
Not much.
5?
The Flames had 96 points and missed. Like, it's
That's my point. So what is it? 5? What was
Sure,
108? Or like, that's 5 wins over the course of 6, 7.
it's
One
less
win
than
a month.
it's less than 1 minute win a month. Yeah.
And so it's
Well,
one bounce a month, really.
yeah, totally.
And so we have Colorado and Dallas, and Ranton's unbelievable. You still have to get that bounce. You have to have the ref. I'm shocked that more people are. Maybe they are. I don't pay attention enough. But that penalty call with under 5 to go in a game 7 tie game, that is
hate it.
That is epically awful.
Yeah.
Like, we should be.
To get a call made against you at that point in a game, you have to do something that literally takes away.
Yes.
goal
Is he on a
or great
breakaway,
chance.
or did you break his arm?
Yeah, exactly. You have to
No.
maim
Okay.
someone or
Well,
take
no
away
call. Sorry.
a scoring chance.
Yeah. There was one penalty in the overtimes in Winnipeg, and it was the puck over glass.
No
which you
question.
can't
You
debate.
can't
Yeah,
debate.
that's no judgment call there.
And this one was not great, but it's.
But I get what I was
were they
started out my
against?
rant about was, yes, Colorado
Yeah.
lost and all these. That's how fickle it is.
How
It's
did you
true.
lose? Well, a guy had a third period hat trick
Yeah, and
in the third for the second straight game. He had a 4-point lead.
Yeah.
we broke it. Well, and if you go back further, a broken stick on Makar,
Yeah, the skate
the
on
skate,
Gerard, the penalty,
the penalty, like
the pass getting through for the one-timer.
Yeah.
It's not even a one-timer, but the goal by Johnston. There's a lot that went right for the Stars and the Jets, and you wondered, did they use up all the good juju in about a 7-minute span or a 12-minute span? I guess
at
we'll
least
find
they're
out,
playing each other. So
because they've got one another now, and that's the crazy. You have 2 all-stars, one of the best D on the planet potentially in Heiskanen coming back for Dallas. Where's Morrissey?
That's-
Where's Scheifele?
I
Where's
think-
Robertson?
Yeah, those are the big questions. There's no way. As good as Pionk was and the Jets, I'm happy they won. I wasn't cheering for St. Louis. I could no.
Yeah.
But without Morrissey, that team's in trouble.
There is news this morning out of Los Angeles. Rob Blake and the Kings have agreed to mutually part ways after that series where the Kings couldn't get a bounce they needed in games 3 or 4.
That's something.
Interesting that it's a mutual parting of ways. When he took over the team, it looked like a spot where you might have to go into a deep, long rebuild, and they didn't.
Well,
And how were they rewarded? Well, with lots of playoffs, so they lost in round 1. It's a really interesting anecdote because you could find some similarities to some teams we cover that talk about
do
rebuilds.
you ever wonder at a point? I mean, I got no idea. I'm looking at Blake and Robitaille buddies.
Yeah.
I feel like Blake saved his skin with that Kemper Dubois trade because it worked out right.
Yeah.
PLD or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Like a year ago, if they canned Blake, you'd be like, well, he got canned because of
the Pierre-Luc Dubois.
Because of what he
and
built.
extension. That was the other thing, right? Didn't
Yeah.
he sign him to the deal after
It was
they
just that
traded
you were
for him?
married to him for 8 years,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like I would have said last year, I could see where Rob Blake got fired. And now this is a mutual. Now, are they saying that because they're buddies? Or is Rob Blake going, you know what? I've kind of had my run. Like, these guys have been in the game for a long time.
It's
Maybe
not
they're just
small hours. Like,
No.
you got a house on the beach in California, you got teenagers or whatever it is. Like, you
There's
can have a-
also, the insanity, doing things over and over again, expecting a different result. It's 4 straight first-round bounces by the same team, the same. I can get why if maybe there was some pressure from above to say, look,
I
This is the
don't.
fourth
know.
year disagree with you, and you could.
They've done a lot of moving pieces, though. Like,
I
it
think
wasn't
they've
like
got
they
a
sat
good
on their
team.
hands. Yeah.
That's my problem with that argument. Is I get it, but how are you? Well, you never know because he's been driving it. But I think Blake has put together a pretty good team. Like
Yeah.
they've got old guys that are still good,
They did,
and they got youth that's coming along that's going to be real good.
the Kuzmenko ad was great for them.
really good. He's a U, so maybe they re-up him, but it's going to be a new regime now.
Does that mean the coaches can too? And is that something that would play into it? Where Blake's like, I'm not firing this guy. Yeah, maybe that was a bad call, but I don't.
What we do know is that whoever's the GM there next didn't hire Jim Hiller. We know that.
Yeah.
And again, you want to talk about hockey gods. I mean, they get a couple more bounces in game 3 and 4. They sweep the Oilers.
Yes,
That's a
they
fact.
are.
Like, you can Quentin Byfield gets it out, and you make a little bit better of a third period in game 3, including a horrific coaching goalie interference challenge. The bounces are cruel, and I think it's days like today we come in and we realize, but every single NHL game has a lot of these bounces. I mean, we watched Gabe Vilardi come in and rip one off the pipe over the shoulder of Pickard that could have won a game. That puck goes a third of an inch to the right. It's, you're up 3-1 in that series, and that's after blowing game 3 with some brain farts.
Whew.
Nachos?
Yeah, I'm starving.
Jack, you ready?
Jack,
wanna
run
go for a
down to
drink?
the Mexican place. We'll do some Cinco de Mayo celebrating.
It is Cinco now.
Let's do it. They got margaritas.
If they don't, we've got booze, so we could. I'm sure they got the stuff we could, and then we could make them ourselves.
Speaking of which, Origin. Look at us all wearing our Origin gear today.
Doubt.
Must be something. While supplies last, grab the Barn Burner Playoff Bundle. It is a 4-pack of the Barn Burner Blonde, a 4-pack of Afterburner Pale Ale, and an Origin Barn Burner t-shirt.
Yes.
All just for $45 plus GST. What are you paying for a shirt these days?
Probably
Like
that.
for a,
This is just free beer. With
come
us.
on now.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, Dean,
OriginBrewing.ca.
all these damn tariffs. Are there tariffs? Anyway,
Tough to say,
go
right?
ahead.
I don't know. Origin Brewing. While supplies last. Get yourself a t-shirt. Get yourself some Afterburner Pale Ale. What's happening tonight? It's the
We have our first playoff game of round 2 tonight, as well as the NHL draft lottery. We've got all this in the Pinder Report as well.
okay.
I'm good.
Because they drew something different for the lottery, which I'm actually excited about. Because before it would be like they'd come out of the room and you're like, trust us. Here's what happened. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
why should we trust you? Whereas now they're going to show you how the hot dog's made.
Are they
Which might
gonna?
be a horrible idea, but they're doing it.
Sounds exciting.
I can't wait. Anytime Gary and what's his face
Bill
get
Daly.
involved, it's
If only
can't miss TV.
I just hope whoever goes first is as excited as Connor was when Edmonton won their 4th draft lottery.
It's going to be as epic as last night's Jets
Yeah,
comeback.
that's
It
right.
will be.
Like,
Yeah, edge of your seat.
Wow, third
Can
night
we
in
get
row,
a bet
just
365
outdo it.
on what's more exciting?
And there's going to be some Flames Nation tie-ins tonight.
Yes, we are going to do a live stream of the draft lottery. Ryan Pike.
No one invited me.
Well, you're happy to jump on if you'd like. Mike Gold. Again, you just told us how bored you are with the. It's going to be Pike and Gold. 5 o'clock. The lottery gets
Now I
going.
will be bored if
Yeah,
it's
sorry.
Pike and Gold.
No, they're
Oh,
come on now.
sorry.
Come on now.
Guys.
So yeah, our the Flames Nation YouTube is where you'll find that, and it'll be on your socials. It'll be streaming live.
Send out
But,
some reminders. Yeah,
Hopefully you can get in because it's
we're going to know real quick whether they have if that 0.5% chance pays off.
there you go. And that'll be that's a presentation of Platinum Mitsubishi,
Platinum.
one of our great Afterburner sponsors, and something with Gould and Platinum Mitsubishi. There's something.
He's
going
moving
on
some
there.
Mitsus up there.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Wow,
Yeah, he's one of those salesmen you can trust. Mike
he's
Gold.
the guy. He does look like someone you can trust. He's a sweet little boy.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound
until
very
he
nice
stabs
to say
you in the
that.
back.
Doesn't-
He's not going to stab you. in the
He hasn't done that to me.
No, he's not going to
been
do that.
pretty
He has had some interesting
Bad
comments about
mouth.
you, though.
Yeah.
He has kind of taken some runs at you.
Head brother.
So yeah, check that out. 5 o'clock tonight on the YouTubes. I'm
Get
guessing
some-
you have the
Get some
Flames.
chips and guac.
Yeah,
I got all that stuff.
sure.
We also have to
Margaritas?
do our Cinco de Mayo picks today, not
Right.
just the food, but round 2 series.
We'll do that coming up.
I've
you
got
get
the
that?
grid ready. We've got results from the first round. AI had a tough go. You're worried about AI taking over the world? AI was dog shit in the first round.
Okay. Good to know.
What is that song? And why is it so? This is Mexico. Like it
Which is different than La Cucaracha.
right. Also a good one. Banger.
No. No.
You want me to go get some chips and guac? Delicious stuff.
Do you like it when they make the guac in front of you?
Yep.
Or do you need to see it? Do you care?
I don't need to, but
It is better fresh.
I'm impressed when I do see it that way. I know it's
It
fresh.
is better fresh.
I bet those wait staff, they hate it. I'd like to get the table prepared guacamole.
Why would they hate it? They're showing off their talents.
They
When
always get
you,
that-
when you cook for someone, you love it. Why wouldn't they?
I think
I thought you were glass half full. You're just proving yourself to be a liar.
I'm questioning. I'm not saying. I wonder how they feel about it.
I'll
They
go
got-
get the
no,
belt.
they need. They're looking for their bill.
because it's a.
They're giving me the stink eye because they want to get out of here and they want their check. And I'm over here dicing up garlic for
Oh,
Retro's
lots of
guac.
Garlic's delicious.
You get that volcanic rock bowl that they always
Yeah,
use.
yeah. The mortar and pestle.
I believe very mortar and pestle-esque.
Yeah.
Yes.
Starving.
Oh, God.
Jack,
Come on, Jack.
Get us some
You want me to
bison
go?
burritos.
Sure, I can go get it right now, Red.
You got to do the Pinder report, though.
oh, it's 11:13.
Got to get you.
We gotta get going.
Village Honda. You got to get out of here. Village Honda wants to buy your pre-owned vehicle. All makes, all models, appraisals complimentary. You get a deal done. Ooh, look at this. Payment in 24 hours.
How's that?
No obligation. That, and of course, new vehicles, they got them too, and their MSRPs. Oh, big time MSRP.
Don't know what that means. MSRPing.
Yep. That's what they're doing up there.
Let's head over to Flames Nation where the Raiders are writing. It's a big day, friends.
God, they do a good job of that.
Mhm.
Yeah, today is the day where maybe the lousy draft lottery luck will finally turn.
Something dawned on me.
Hockey gods.
Well, it is a hockey gods thing. What do we have to do
Stop hitting him.
to get them on our side?
What did Daryl Cates do? Whatever he did.
I know. Call
They won.
Jack. Call Kate's.
Call Catesy. Get the old Oompa Loompa on the phone there.
Jesus, Ryan.
Odd luck he had there.
Oh my God.
There's no need to.
Okay,
Nope.
let's keep moving. So what's new with the NHL draft lottery? Well, all the teams that missed the playoffs, they get their names thrown in the hat. Kevin Weeks, John Buccigross, as well as
I want
Greg
it.
Wyshynski are going
I
to
want
walk
it.
us through it live from Secaucus, New Jersey.
Is Weeksy trying to do his best Charles Barkley there? Like he's beefing up?
So
He
is-
is beefing up.
Is Sportsnet not doing it?
I think they'll probably just take the one feed from the NHL offices.
We don't
but I
want to
could be
spend
wrong.
all that
Oh, really?
cash, Dean. Costs a lot of money.
It's
to
from
do this
the
stuff.
yeah, and they used to do it in Toronto where Bill would come in.
right.
This is
Really?
different.
In Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Secaucus. Now listen, maybe this is just the ESPN broadcast, and we're giving them a little love for all our American viewers.
Yeah,
We'll
I was
find
going
out
to say
in
because
5
I can't wait
tonight.
to fire on ESPN tonight.
No, it'll definitely be on the Sportsnet.
Yeah,
just a matter of who's hosting said
I
broadcast.
hope you're still awake. And
when was it that
margaritas haven't hit you?
5 p.m.
when Weeksy fired out the
fish?
It was a couple years ago or last year. So the Blue Jackets historically at this
that's
pick,
right.
like I haven't shown that yet. Weeksy,
And that's why
I think that was last year.
we're going to see a little change, a little changeroo. So the change this year is that you're actually going to see the balls being drawn.
Really?
Have you ever drawn balls? Rod?
I tried to draw.
I got a piece of paper here if you want to draw some
My kid
balls.
was drawing balls on the
like a little
bathroom stall.
ball
Got
fondling.
suspended.
No, this is Stanley. He's AI, I think. Right?
No.
He's going to explain what's different.
That they went to the effort of the animation
Stanley,
there.
yeah.
It really made it a lot better.
Now, I've got a question for you. Would you rather watch the lottery on TV or Rhett actually drawing balls? Because I've got a pen for him here.
I'm not
And
touching
if
your
you
pen.
don't
You're
want-
sick. I already gave you shit.
The drawing of the balls will happen tonight at 5.
I would
friends.
actually like you to clip that from Stanley. There's a nice little
Mhm.
drawing of the balls.
Yes.
Dean will use that in his soundboard.
Oh my gosh, Stanley.
Stanley.
We need to do something because we want to explain the rules, but it can be kind of tedious and boring. Let's
Right.
get an animation done.
Yeah, that'll make it
to
way
really
better.
lighten it up.
90 seconds later. Feels like you've aged a year.
Goodness gracious.
I think we actually do have the
And we-
balls drawn that would result in the Calgary Flames moving up 10 spots and keeping their first rounder. These
Do
are
they
the
have to
lucky
go all
numbers.
10, or what do they have?
So those are the 4 balls that would have to be drawn. 1, 5, 9, 12, 4, 5, 8, 11, or my personal favorite, Giordano Iginla, Gaudreau, Fleury.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow, Ryan.
Mm. 9, 10, 11, 13, 9, 10, 12, 13.
Why do you hate Michael Backlund?
That's
Why do you
been
hate
my
Lanny?
Long-standing position on the show. Here's the total odds for everyone. Flames are dead last with Vancouver.
You're cooked.
There's 1,004 combinations, Dean, but 5 of them would have the
I know.
Flames
I
moving up
told
to
you
6.
last week I don't want to waste our odds on moving from wherever we are to the top 10. I
Yeah.
want to go to the top of the food chain next year or the year after.
Very good, Rhett. I'm with
Apparently,
you.
that stupid defenseman from Everett's quite good as well. I'm
Yeah,
sorry for calling you
Mickey's
stupid kid. I love
Yeah,
you.
very smart.
But yeah, I think he had a few points in the playoffs as well, Dean.
Mhm.
Yeah, so did the other guy that's going to go first next year, that Gavin McKenna fellow. He's still good at hockey. Probably will be by the time he's eligible to be drafted finally. Again, the wrinkle that Flames fans know, but we'll remind you of, if the Flames don't win the draft lottery, this 16th overall pick will go to Montreal as part of the Monahan deal. If they win the draft lottery, they would select 6th, and Montreal would get the Florida Panthers selection.
You're living so smart, but so sometimes just
Who are we cheering for to win this thing?
Well, I mean, you'd love to go full Edmonton Cates and win all the lotteries, but that's probably not realistic.
not Nashville because they're arrogant.
Okay.
The Flyers, maybe.
Nah.
Not Boston because they've been around too much. Not Seattle because they've got lots to do and they've just effed it up and acted oddly in
Mhm.
way too many situations. Sabres, of course, because no one could cheer against Buffalo because
Yeah.
they've never had anything nice.
Ever.
So San Jose, I'm okay with Chicago because I think Chicago needs to be an important part of the NHL.
Great.
So those 3, San Jose, Chicago, Buffalo for me, Dean.
Let Buffalo win so they can take another D-man at first overall.
Now, what about this? What about Jack's Penguino?
No.
What?
Jack?
Sorry,
You gotta
Jack.
win the lottery.
They've won the lottery. You had just stop.
Let me
Just
continue.
No,
And then we're
screw
gonna
you.
trade-
No, it's not. You're behind. I'm talking.
All right.
You had Lemieux. You had Yager. You had Francis. You've had Crosby. You've had Malkin.
Yeah.
Enough's enough.
Fleury.
What about
Letang.
next year? Can we win next year?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't need. It's the Oilers thing. McDavid and Draisaitl and Gretzky and Messier. Let's let other teams have
Mhm.
some of this. Although this is not the year you want to win again, right?
Next year or the year after.
Next
Definitely years you want to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. The higher end is
So
higher.
maybe, yeah, go ahead, Pittsburgh. This is your year.
Let
Oh,
Boston
Penguin.
do it.
Boston.
Boston.
So that it's not one of the studs.
Oh.
Let them
Or
take
just
a.
let Boston never be relevant.
I
for a
don't
while.
want Boston because yeah.
Get some big news on Saturday afternoon dropping Flames land as Matt Coronado and the team inked a 7-year extension. Rhett, the soon-to-be RFA, will be hanging around at $6.5 million a year for the next 7 seasons. 23 years young, he'll be sewn up as a Flame through his 29-year-old
And
season.
you know why I know it's a good contract? Not because of my knowledge,
'Cause
my
Mike Gould
hockey
said so?
knowledge. It's because this Mike Gould guy is brilliant, but it's because I've been out in public since this happened,
Right.
and I've had people argue, "What a great signing!"
Oh, okay.
And I've had other people say, "Whoa, that's insanity! Way too much." So you know it's good.
That's how you know it's good.
That's how you know it's good.
Okay.
If there's a consensus, maybe it's hey, too good to be true,
We
or
were
it can't be that
consensus
bad.
the Kings were cooked. Fortunately, that consensus was correct.
Are you trying to argue that I'm wrong with my analysis? of
Never.
this?
I wouldn't do it. Not on this show. Let's get to more Coronado-based news. Pike weighs in. This might be the beginning of a very busy offseason. There's some other RFAs. You want to hear about them? Kevin Ball, Connor Zary.
Can we
Morgan
get
Frost.
Stanley to talk about Kevin Ball because he's
No, Stanley's done for the day.
Is he?
Got cut,
oh.
sadly.
I wonder if we'll see more of them though.
Adam Klapka.
Uh-huh.
He's an RFA.
Yeah.
Would Klapka take a Pospisillion type deal?
I think he would take a Pospisillion deal. And here's the thing that Pike's
Would you
got
be?
for us.
I would.
Only $32.5 million left in cap space.
Oh no!
So, yeah.
Greedy Coronado eating up a big chunk.
All
of
right,
it.
let's just round numbers here.
Yep.
Frost.
Yep.
How much?
For something.
Dean?
5.
I think 5.
And again, term's going to be a big thing there. I don't think we know exactly what he is yet, but he's a center. And
He's a
we need them.
5-5.
Okay.
Zary?
This is curious because
No, I don't want to break down on it. This is just a quick. What you thinking, Ryan? What would you do? Okay, over to you, Dean.
I don't want to Pinder this, but it's. I wonder if is it Bridgie because of injuries?
It totally could be Bridgie if that's
Yeah.
what you could just say.
If he was
Bridge.
healthy, I would have thought this is a long-term deal, just
Yeah.
like you see Coronado. But because of the injuries, significant ones in like what 4 of the last 5 years.
At the same time, we've sat here at this creaky table and we have said, do not be concerned about sign him.
Yeah, I'd be okay
We're
with
not
that.
scared off.
And
These
maybe-
aren't-
You give him the exact
Maybe you get
same
him a
thing.
deal.
just give him
6.
6.
You were
7.
hurt, kid. You don't get Coronado. You get 6.
Yeah, and honestly, I think Coronado's a more valuable asset at this point. It'd be tough to watch this season and say Zary's more integral.
Oh, I would disagree. If
Really?
Zary was
I don't
healthy.
know, man.
If Zary was
Who's
healthy,
going to score more?
I think you have
Zary's
had
going to
you need
have
some more
as many
Zary in your life.
points. He might not score as much, but he's playing a bigger position at center.
He's not playing center though.
Well, he played a lot of center.
When they were hurt, I mean, it's Kadri, Backlund, and Frost. He didn't play center since Frost. No, I know he's hurt.
Oh yeah,
and
you
stuff.
said last week to go get a centerman.
Well, definitely got to go get lots of young centers, but I don't know that Zary is a center, and that he might be. I'd love it if he is, and if he is, then I agree with you. He probably is worth more than Coronado, but last time we saw him healthy, he wasn't.
Well, you've absolutely derailed the
I
whole thing
think-
again.
I think you've forgotten.
I liked him at center. I think he'll end up.
regardless. I think you've forgotten.
Your love.
What
I'll bet
Zary-
you
what
if
Zary
Jack
is-
went back into the.
So what's an expectation for a good Connor Zary
Just in
his prime?
terms of where he ranks with Coronado, I would say same or
I think
better.
he's
Coronado
more
passed him this
dynamic.
year. I disagree, but they're close at least.
yeah, they are close.
Yeah.
7 to 7. She says 7.
We were talking 7.5 for Zary.
Yeah. Maybe the injury gets you a
Before
little bit of
2
a
new injuries and his play tailing off. Yeah,
All right.
feels
Run his
pretty-
ass out of here, Conroy. He's
Definitely not
terrible.
Yeah, don't
Definitely
We
not that.
hate him.
we love him.
It's not
Klapka?
Connor, we like.
Klapka is
Actually,
some
Connor,
Pospisillion.
you got hurt and you can only have 3 for the next 8. That's what you get.
You can sign that. That's pretty tidy.
Be a great deal for Conroy.
Yeah, really good, Connie.
I'd go.
And maybe the injuries do get you a bit of a deal in the sense that the agent's like, hey, we haven't been real healthy. Let's not say no to a lot of money here. So you might be
Also,
able to get him at 5 and
in
3/4
your brain,
or
when you're
something like
laying
that.
in bed as a player, you're going, hey, I might be hurt again. I better
Yeah.
take what I can get.
Like that Drew Hellison almost ended my career if that knee gets twisted a different way. Maybe I just take the 45 they're offering.
Oh,
whatever the
there's
number is.
guaranteed 45, 50 million bucks.
And that's why I think he'll come in at a lower number if they go term. But I also would say, understand if the player was like, bet on myself. If I have a full healthy year here, I can make more down the road.
6-6, Connie.
6 times 6.
And what is now Pospisillion for Klapka?
Pospisil's on a 1.1 times 2, I think. Klapka might be a little higher with a little inflation of the cap, so maybe it's
1.5
times 1.3, 2 times 1.5. I'd try to get a third year.
3 at 1.5.
3 at 1.5. I'm in.
Sure.
How could you not be? I mean, he's basically been a better version of Pospisil this year, and he's bigger.
I'd want to sneak under though. I get chintzy there. How about 1.3?
I think you're being a putz.
All right.
I think
you got 32 and a half million.
Klapka has
cap
more
space.
upside than Pospisil.
I agree with that.
Pospisil is
Yeah.
horseshit.
How about Ball?
Ball, I think you're going the 4 to 7 years sort
Yeah.
of thing, and I think he's probably he's proven to be a top 4 guy, so that probably means it's 5
7
plus.
at 5.
7 and 5.
Yeah.
I was hoping for 4.5, but it's probably
Yeah, I'd chintzy like to get under 5.
And again, it's
Cap's
just
being a
cap's
bust.
going up a bunch. You're going to be living in a $105 million cap in a year.
The thing about all these guys, the bad side is none of them really exploded and had
great value players.
wonderful seasons.
Great value.
Yeah, the flip side is you're not going to feel like you're not going to be overpaying based on a short burst of production.
Do you have that fear with Coronado at all or not? Because I love the tools and I don't worry about.
I don't
him
worry
not
about that.
scoring.
I was kind of surprised because I'm with you. It's boy, that's a lot of money.
Is it?
It didn't feel that way
No.
to me.
And when you look at his brethren, like guys drafted in the same class that have scored, like
Brethren.
Can I?
That's why you chew gum.
Are you my brethren?
kind of like we'd be on the same show.
God, life
Probably,
choices,
brother.
Jack. Make life choices and make them good. Go ahead.
Yeah, like
Ryan.
the Dylan Gunther deal isn't far off what you saw. He's
Yeah,
making a little less. That they're both really good young finishers. It's kind of what the market is if you're going to lock up a guy. And
Here's a question.
he's American and he wants to stay. Lock his ass up. Let's go.
I'm not against any of it,
Yeah, I think it's a good
but
sign.
my
Concern?
okay, we saw it in Edmonton years ago. Pay them right out of the gates. Pay them. They're going to be good and they're going to be great and this is wonderful. Blah 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 blah. You're giving them money, and they're set up for life.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a visual, Ryan. I'm worried about this.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Go full screen here. Yeah.
I'm worried about. Watch the table.
Interesting.
I'll have another margarita, please. Yeah,
Muchas gracias.
extra cheese on the nachos. Layer that shit, please.
For people that are just listening, Red
Gracias.
is leaning back in his chair and has put his feet up on the table.
Oh shit! It's August. I guess
You got to get to camp.
Oh,
We're skating soon.
that's what I'm concerned about, Dean.
Oh my gosh!
And the flip side is, remember when Kachuk left and it's like, you can't ever draft Americans again. No one's going to stay. You could also go 3 years with a kid and you might not want to be keen to be in Calgary anymore. That's what they did with Kachuk. You had a chance to lock him up for 7 and you didn't. He still would be here if you signed him to a 7-8 year deal.
Or you just said, "Get me the F
Maybe.
out of here." I
Yeah,
hate
so-
you people.
A lot of ifs and buts and all that stuff.
What's that saying? What is the ifs and buts saying?
Something about
Candies
candies
and
and
nuts.
nuts. I don't really get it.
That's
Every day be
creepy,
like
man.
Christmas. Who's getting
Yeah.
nuts?
I also don't understand what's
Shit
the you
gifts.
get what you get. You don't get
You don't get?
upset.
Does this have anything to do with the drawing of the balls tonight?
I don't know.
Let's
Where's
get Stanley back on. Zane Parekh is over in Austria.
Oh, good for him.
Good
This
day,
is
mate.
So boring.
Shrimp on the Barbie. He always gets mad when I do dumb shit. He's like, "Where's the sports?" And then I give him sports. Like, this is boring.
There's F1. There's golf. There's
Yeah, why would we want to hear about this?
What we
Top
really wanna hear
prospect in the
about.
organization.
Because we've heard what's changed since 3
He
days
played
ago.
a game. That's what's
Oh,
changed. Zane Parekh played well with the
You're
puck.
just trying to pump Pike's tires.
Well, just listen.
Whatever.
I think we're going to get a
He's
good
a big
description of what the
Pike
player
pumper.
is. He was shoved around a bit on 50-50 puck battles in his own end, but he's 19 and that'll happen.
Oh, so it's okay.
Well, I mean, I think that's probably ties into the conundrum they're going to have in
Did
the
you
fall.
watch the game?
God, no.
So we're excited
a-
about the game. He played a game. Did you? No.
I would
God,
rather not spend 3
never.
hours watching it when I could just
Not
read
a
a Pike tweet.
chance.
Now, here's the thing.
A lot of views.
We've got an
Wait,
expert.
this is
and
the
if
guy
you
we should
don't
have on.
If you
This-
don't like Peter Labardius, you don't like people.
This is the guy we need on.
Can you read
Can you
Lou's
get him
tweet?
on?
Get him on.
Sorry, guys. Yeah. Parekh acquitting himself pretty well in Canada World Championship pre-tournament play. Just made a great play to set up Canada's fourth
I
goal.
you go.
100% positive this man won't miss a moment.
No, exactly. That's why we don't have to watch.
So do you take more? It feels like you took less out of the Pike.
Pike's
tweet
always
than
worried
this.
about his wrench. Peter is worried about
Worried about it?
and
geez.
Team Canada stuff. And a big shout out to Riley Kobasu
Oh, dear.
for making Team Canada women's softball team. Is it softball?
Yeah.
Or fast pitch.
Fast, whatever the hell you go.
Well,
We're
how do
going
you
to Italy.
how do they pitch? How do they?
Careful.
You should have seen Doug in his heyday. Oh,
Yeah?
DUG.
Windmiller?
Oh, baby.
I like it.
Remember, you know the one when they fake it? They give the big one, and then it's just
Oh, they'll change up.
The palm
floats
ball.
through- yeah. Floats through
Yeah,
there.
I like that.
From drawing balls to palm balls.
Yeah.
Jack, you ever play slow pitch? Fast pitch?
I'm playing right now.
You're producing the show right now.
Well, not at this moment, but yeah, I'm playing.
What-
How did you
nights
get
of the
on a
week?
team?
Some mixed. Yeah, what do
Yeah,
you?
it's mixed.
Trying to pick up chicks,
That
obviously.
is such a cheese ball move to go beat broads.
Well, we can't all be pro athletes with millions in our 20s. We might have to go places to meet women, but Rhett wouldn't do it that way.
Actually loved.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Can't throw it.
Oh boy, Lou.
Boy, Lou,
We miss you, Lou.
Yeah.
I'm not
let's
even
get him
joking.
on.
I
He'll
absolutely
be watching this
love
tournament.
Lou.
Let's get him on. I'm getting him on for next week.
Why do you hate Lou?
I don't hate
You-
Lou.
I've said, let's get him on. You
Did he
just sit
fall
there like a
asleep?
statue. When I
No,
say it 8 times, I'll be like, yeah, that's a good idea. And then we move on. Or no, I
Open
hate
your
Lou.
eyes behind those glasses,
Wake
man.
up.
You fell asleep last week
You
when
said
we were
we
having a
should get Lou.
conversation.
I said yeah, and then
You didn't say
we should
yeah.
get
You didn't
Lou.
say yeah. You
didn't
had
say
the
yeah.
you had
What
the
is-
you had the
you just-
Stanley. This is what he was.
I am on Team Lou. I'm
You
a
were
Lou
doing
guy.
the Stanley ball picker stance.
Ball jar.
I am 100% in favor of getting Peter Lubardius on the show.
Thank you.
That's
We can now
better.
move.
That's better enthusiasm, Mr. Glass Half Full.
I just thought that would be something that would have gone without saying.
Well, I think so too. But again, the people that know you all know that. The people watching the show, we don't want any.
Look at
doubt
this.
to-
What do you call those things that where you're at?
Do you have any more to
tag.
share?
His tag
Is that the tag?
at Labardius Media.
Yes, he's got a media company.
Shit,
Oh,
yeah. Hell yeah.
Jesus.
Good people. I thought it would be Good People Media personally.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Maybe we'll
Ryan,
get a
back
name
to you.
change. To last night's game 7, we talked about it at great length, but a few stats to throw your way. An incredible night for Neil Pionk, over 40 minutes. That hasn't happened since 1999.
Great year.
Is that real?
9.
I don't believe that to be right.
Well,
Because, and hear me out. Philly and Pittsburgh played 4. Was it the 5th overtime that
wouldn't have been
Primoz?
game 7, but yeah,
Oh, sorry.
that's the
Details.
Yeah.
That
that
was
is the
like
detail.
last night. I had to go to take my kid to ice.
Went to the wrong rink.
No, I was all
Details.
dialed in for 8,
Right.
Yeah.
Time.
but the text had said 8 sessions
Mm.
at a different time. But you
Mm.
know,
At
ti-
4:30
What
p.m.
time
Eight.
was it?
in 3 minutes.
Oh.
It was they're on the ice in 3 minutes. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I don't get emails on my phone.
Well, it's a good thing we're early.
Hurry up, son. Other stats in the series. This is pretty cool. Multiple overtime winners of a series. Lowry joins this small list last night. Patty Maroon did it the year they won the Cup in 2019. Brock McGinn did it that year as well. Kunitz in 2017. Do you remember that, Jack? Penguins 2017?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember who they played in that series or not?
In the Stanley Cup final?
No, it wasn't. It was the conference
Oh,
final.
Oh, the Sens.
Very good. Wow. Nicely done. Henrique for the Devils in 12. Iserman, you saw it. You played it earlier, Dino, against the Blues. Blues. And Ray Whitney in 1995. Don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I was at summer camp and returned home to find out that
I was at that
stinking
game.
Ray Whitney had sunk the Flames.
I was at the Saddle Dome.
Really?
Yep.
The year before you played in the NHL. The year before you
I
drowned.
don't know why.
Why were
But I
you there?
was. I think I was watching Friesen play.
Jeff Friesen.
Yeah.
Okay. Good list. More factoids. What do we
Since the
got?
mid 90s, that is right. That's
95.
not all time, but
Thank you. Never too late for a comeback. Cole Perfetti's game-tying goal at 59:57 of the clock.
God, you'd feel good.
Latest
It's nice to
game
contribute.
7 tally in that ties the game in league history. And yes, you showed it. It was Matt Cooke, that grease ball that did it in 04 against Rets Flames.
It's better this way when you win.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Hey, remember that big goal for Cooke?
I did think about that. Like the roller coaster you would have been on as a Jets fan, horrible start, miraculously tied, get to overtime and then lose. It would have been a tough pill to swallow.
You'd have been back to wishing you'd left early.
Yeah.
Sat here all this time. Spent $9,000 on tickets and beer.
It's either going to be the best day of my life or the worst.
For Sundqvist to break our heart.
Exactly. Something gross like that. Fourth team to overcome a multi-goal deficit in the final 2 minutes of a playoff game to win. This is a crazy list. 2013 conference quarterfinals, 1993 divisional semifinals, and the Flyers in 1977.
That was only one, Dean. Nothing.
He's number one. It's only one.
That Bruins, that was Flyers, right? 2013?
Mm-hmm. Big comeback.
That was the crazy one.
Crazy,
Huh?
crazy.
So crazy.
So crazy.
North.
Crazy.
I told you to get him on too. You weren't.
Back-to-back games of chaos. It wasn't just last night's Game 7, but Game 7 on Saturday was phenomenal. It's like 2 games in 2 days with incredible.
Darian Durant is a better scrambler than
bias,
people
but I
think.
don't care. Rantanen's third period hat trick, and then the 2 minutes
What's
left.
bigger?
I'm gonna slightly give the edge to Winnipeg because at 1.6 seconds or whatever, 3 seconds it turned into. That's crazy. But they're both incredibly impressive. Crazy. That's crazy.
Third period hat trick.
It's very good. One's an empty netter.
One's empty netter, but still, you helped them.
Someone had mentioned to me those empty net goals they're very important still.
They are very important.
Yeah, I don't want to.
They might not be as impressive, but they can be even more important than other goals.
Yeah.
Did the Blues ever come close to getting an empty net? I missed.
Partially.
What the hell does that mean?
Well, it's just
with an empty net behind the Jets. They had a couple
because
that weren't that
Jets scored
close.
both of those with the extra attacker.
Right.
There
was a few icings called there that were not close to the net.
I don't know if there were.
Yeah.
Really?
Couple, I recall.
Look at Jack. Deep thoughts. Right?
Deep thoughts.
Deep
With
thoughts.
Jack
Tilted
Handy.
his head. Handy.
Deep thoughts. Avs. Tough one. Game 7s are not theirs, my friends. Look at this. You think a team with Makar, McKinnon, Landeskog, used to have Rantanen.
Yeah.
That crew, 7 consecutive Game 7 losses. Ouch. No one's ever done that before in North American sport. 7 consecutive
got to do it.
Game 7 losses.
It's well done. Congrats, Colorado.
I guess nobody has to do it.
No,
That's
that's
not
what they
true.
want. The congrats. The other side, Pete DeBoer, he's now 9-0 in Game 7. So if the Avs want to buck the trend, just make sure you go get that Pete
How
DeBoer.
do you do that, Pete? Pete, send us your gravy recipe. Unbelievable.
Pete.
By the way, that's Frank Baum. Don't know if you saw that.
Is it?
Not really. Okay, well, we get moving. Here's a look at the bracket.
Mr. Happy-go-lucky positive guy has
Yeah, I know.
really.
He's
Well, I mean,
changed his tune.
This
They
diabetes.
were talking about that through the whole broadcast. It was all over the place. Saturday, all through
All I know
Sunday.
is Boom pissed off. Frank, he won't come on the show anymore. Now you're taking runs at his tweets. Jack's trying to book guests.
Oh,
Frank's not coming in. Whatever. There's your bracket, boys. We got our final 8.
Hey.
Jets and Stars will start Wednesday. Leafs, Panthers tonight. Tuesday night doubleheader. Capitals, Canes, Oilers, Golden Knights.
Yow.
All right.
Down to 8.
Real quick.
Crazy.
Because like we did with the contract stuff. Real quick. Series. Second round series.
do
You
it
want to
now?
watch the most.
We'll
We'll do that. I'm saying, which is your favorite series?
Oh, best series. Sorry. I wonder if Toronto can really test Florida. And if they can, that could be a great series.
I want Vegas to be.
I also would. Be
I want
okay
them
with
to
that.
beat them, but I think that's going to be the series.
That could be a very good series. I'm less enthusiastic about Carolina, Washington.
I think it'll be good hockey, but Carolina bores me.
And I'll say this: if Morrissey and Scheifele are
It's like
both
hanging out
gone,
with Jack
and Robertson and/or oh my god,
what?
Jack is the Carolina Hurricanes of your brethren.
I'll take it.
It's not because you have the same bod either as the coach.
That's Rod.
he's won a series 7 years in a row. Jack is what you're saying. That's so good.
He's solid. It's just
So
you never get
solid.
excited about him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll take it.
Well, who's coming? Well, Jack will be here.
Okay.
Okay.
Not upset by it. Sorry, go ahead, Ryan.
Is Buddy DeFoss going to be there? Because I'm in if he's there. Okay. Next, odds. Who's going to win these series? We'll tell you in a bit. We'll be guessing.
Want me to AI
Sports books, we're going to do some AI.
Have to.
Pantero's favorite against the Leafs. These are series odds, not game odds.
Gotcha.
Kane's favorite against the Caps. You'd expect that. Golden Knights favored over Edmonton, -140. That's a little bit surprising. They're the heaviest favorite.
These aren't series odds.
These are not series odds. These are
This is
series-
absolutely
These are
games.
game odds.
Yeah, these are the game odds.
Yeah.
What the hell? I thought I had series odds. God damn it.
Either
doing
okay,
great.
but there you
I
go
might
for
have them
game
somewhere else.
for
Sorry.
game ones.
Yeah,
That's
game
what
ones,
you're.
yeah. Okay, so the home teams are favored. That's what we expect. Minus Dallas, who's on the road. And Carolina. I'm an idiot. Let's
Leafs
keep moving.
Are not.
I'm a total
favored at
moron.
home.
Let's get to tonight's game before we have more dumb stuff. There's Kachuk. There's Austin Matthews. Just a couple of Yanks, eh, Rent? Good hockey players. Second place players for the Four Nations. Olympics next year. I'm gonna have to eat these.
Hellebuck raided the ship against Bennington.
He did get a little
Huh?
measure of revenge there, didn't he?
Okay.
Is that what AI
Hot
says?
take.
I see.
Yeah. We'll get to AI in a moment.
Thank
Finally,
God.
a couple notes. Calgary FC in action on Friday. They do get their first win of the year. Congrats, fellas. Getting it done in York. 2-1 the final. Warshevsky and Fraser aired the crazy Scotsman. 2-1 the final. We love that. Their next action on the road this weekend in Halifax. I still haven't been to Halifax, nor been to Halifax to watch Calvary. We're going to do that before I die.
Well, I was going
That's
to
a
say
promise.
you will die if you
Yeah.
go to Halifax.
So I will have done it before dying, technically.
Technically, yes.
Yeah. That's the plan.
What are you doing?
Going to get hammered in Halifax.
Oh, it's awesome.
You know, see, that's what everyone says.
Yeah.
Have to. Finally, camping. Safe, fun, and great for the family. So there's your tent. There's the wilderness.
Dude, it's just trash.
Out cold. I don't think the Crocs or the Gators want to mess with sleeping people. It's the movement that always gets them through.
Probably because he didn't put his cooler food away.
Maybe.
That's what'll happen.
Didn't use a bear hang. It's Pinder Report on Monday, fellas.
All right, there you go.
I saw something like that. I hadn't watched Yellowstone.
Right.
I watched some last night, and there was snakes in a
Snakes in a plane.
tent.
There's a snake in my boot. There you have it. Village Honda presents the Pinder Report. CRVs out the yinger.
It's a Calgary vehicle right there.
Village Honda. It very much is. Easy to get around, all-wheel drive, reliable,
Got crazy weather. You could need something. Deal with that.
economical, and luxurious. It's going to make you want to do one of these when you get inside. Ooh,
I like what we're working with.
CRV. I like. Ooh, yes. All right. Maybe that was just my reaction.
This is so easy.
What do you got going on?
Well,
It's AI picking the
it's
series.
Pinder Report. I could do an AR report in about 6 seconds.
Now to Rhett's AI report.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
As the second round of the 2025 Stanley Cup playoffs begin, here are insights into each matchup based on
Just-
expert
Stanley?
predictions.
Stanley.
I don't think we want to read all this.
No, we don't.
You just
Okay,
did
go
some
ahead.
picks.
No.
What's AI picking?
Bet365. Want to get into the action for the Stanley Cup playoffs? At Bet365, they got you from game props, player props, totals, and the money line. You could even bet on futures like series winners, conference champions, the Stanley Cup champions, and much more. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app, get into the game. Official partner of the Stanley Cup playoffs, must be 19 or older.
Yep.
Now, we made picks from round one. How'd we do?
AI was awful. 3 for 8. Rhett,
All underdogs.
4 for 8. Jack 4 for 8. Boomer 5 for 8. Myself 6 for 8. Round 1 in the books. Very early still.
Way to go, Ryan.
What can we tell you? AI went a lot of underdogs. St. Louis, Minnesota, Montreal, Ottawa. And Rhett got to 500 with the big Dallas win on Saturday. He was the only person that took Dallas. Kings screwed us all as well. So
Yeah,
there's
there's a
stinking Kings.
What were the AI victories? Didn't they have the Oilers?
AI had Oilers, Canes, Panthers.
All right.
Do you want? Well, I've got it here when we need it.
Yeah.
Tonight's game, got a couple bets for you. Brad Marchand loves screwing with the Leafs. He's plus 132 for a single point. And I've gone with almost a jack-sized parlay. That's plus 475 for a point from Kachuk, Barkov, Matthews, Nylander, Marner, and Reinhart.
Wow.
3 big horses on each team.
It's
way out there. It's a jack-sized parlay, but it's paying plus 475.
That and more. Whatever tickles your fancy, you'll find that at Bet365. Get the app. Must be 19 or older. Brad Marchand, in his career, 4-0 against the Leafs in playoff series.
Yeah, I believe that.
2013, 2018, 2019, 2024. As a member of the Bruins, beat the Leafs.
It's almost as if the Leafs haven't beat the Bruins in the playoffs
weird
since ever.
Yeah.
2024?
Last year.
Never gonna dance again.
Remember the migraines for Nylander? Matthews got hurt. Wall played great, and then he got hurt. Bruins came back and won.
Anthony Stolars used to be in a Panther.
Pantero.
God, that's a lot of money on the board.
So did Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
And Steven Lorentz.
That's
all three won a cup last year.
A lot of money on the board.
Jim's boy?
Not sure.
Sure.
Leafs have not advanced past round 2 since 2002.
Who would have been there in 02? Is that like Nieuwendyk era? Jeez, that's ages.
A long
Sundin.
Yeah.
Clark Wilm.
Of course, no Ekblad. He'll finish his big sussy.
Yeah, he's 1 game left because they got him in 5 against Tampa. That might have been the biggest surprise of round 1. Hey, that was supposed to be a rivalry.
Yep.
That was one-sided.
'Twas. Your heart was broken. You every year you got
Florida.
this is going to be the one of the first round. You're getting this is the one I'm most excited about, and then
Kachuk's like, is it a rivalry? I mean, since I've got here, we just beat these guys.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know.
it's true. Even John Cooper was saying, "Oh, these guys just flog us every year now.
At our number.
We used to be good. Now we're not."
He's just trying to get fired. So
He is trying to get fired.
Paid leave. Go get it, buddy.
All right, picks.
Play the clip.
Play the clip.
Do we have music for it?
Music?
No.
We don't have any sort of. Oh,
That's not
No?
it. No.
All right.
that's not a build up,
Diarrhea.
The thing about this round, guys, is there's fewer series.
and it's easy.
So easy.
Is the second round the easiest round?
Oh
to
yeah,
predict,
because
Trent?
there's only 4.
That's great. Okay, why don't you lead us off? Washington, Carolina.
You want AI first or Rhett first?
Oh, whatever you want.
Washington or Carolina? Much like I hate Jack, I hate the Canes, and I can't have them moving on. So go Alex and the Washington Capitals.
Rhett selects the Washington Capitals. What about
AI also has the Caps moving on.
Really? I'm going to take Carolina, Dean.
I also have the Washington Capitals.
Capitals structured to play and strong goaltending give them the advantage.
Jack, Carolina, or Washington?
Since I'm a lot like Carolina, I will take Carolina.
You are
Undeniable. Once you see it.
You're
And
gold, Jack. You're
boring
absolute
and
gold.
potentially a big loser.
But yet wins around every year.
Yeah.
Toronto, Florida.
Who'd you pick?
I took Carolina. Jack took Carolina as well.
Toronto, Florida. Well, I can't.
You don't have to go first if you don't want to.
I'll
Just,
go.
I'm fine
Yeah,
going
I can lead
first.
off,
Who
whatever
did
you
I play for? Toronto? No, Florida. Florida Panthers are moving.
Very
on.
good answer.
Stupid Leafs.
Yes,
Also, AI Florida Panthers. Panthers are favored to win.
they
Their
are.
depth and experience give them the edge.
I'm also taking the Floridians.
Jack,
Also taking the Floridians.
I'll make it a clean sweep. Florida. I would like the Leafs to make this a series, but Florida just looks so damn good this time of year.
Yeah. I don't think they've lost that, which makes them
No,
incredibly tough to beat in a playoff
And I know the
series.
Leafs have augmented a bit, but I don't think they're now that much better than a team that's had their number this
I'm
time.
with you, Ryan.
To the Western Conference we go. Top seeded Winnipeg, the President's Trophy curse nearly got them, but they escaped last night and will now face Dallas.
They're beat up. They're tired. Dallas is too good. I go in Dallas along with my good buddy from AI.
Jack? No. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I will take the Dallas Stars.
Heiskanen, Robertson come back. Oh,
Jacko?
Same as well, Dallas.
I'm going to take Dallas as well.
this is not good.
I just think if you get Heiskanen back in this series
Yeah.
and or Robertson,
And if Morrissey is not playing,
Morrissey doesn't look like it's going to be
and
short term.
Hellebuck's terrible.
Maybe you get Scheifele back.
Maybe Hellebuck will be better.
I like Ottinger a little more. than
I
Hellebuck.
don't think it's. Oh well, now it's round 2, so you're great again.
Don't think it went that way before.
Whatever.
Finally, Vegas and Edmonton. It's very tough.
I don't
One
know why
team's
you're
very
at.
well run, has won a championship, and the other is the Lottery Ball Kings. And today is the Lottery Ball Day, on the day we make these
It is,
selections.
Should we start with AI?
Thankfully, they're of the Vegas Golden Knights
Really?
persuasion.
Okay, good.
Thankfully, I am also of the Vegas Golden Knights persuasion.
Okay. Jack?
Vegas.
I'll take Vegas as well, leaving Dean to make the final selection of round 2.
Dean.
Well, you know how I feel about bucking the trend. So I won't do it. I will take Vegas as well.
Okay. Clean sweeps. Florida, Dallas, and Vegas. Unanimous selections. Jack and I have Carolina.
Now
AI,
it all
Boomer, and
comes
Red have
down to
Washington.
whether boring Jack and his Canes can.
Yeah.
Jack the Bod.
Dullsville over there.
I hope they win now.
Yeah, you picked them.
Till now you didn't.
I hope they win the cup.
Oh,
Yeah, why not?
shit.
It's Jack.
Jack. It's your team?
Yeah.
Will you get a tattoo?
Nope.
Oh,
Come on. Commodore has one.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you get
come
one?
on.
You're basically the Canes at this point.
Yes.
You win the cup.
You pay for it, right?
Yes.
Jesus, Jack. Like,
Hang
did you think
on.
that was gonna?
Hang
No.
on. This is good. Can we
What's
get-
a Canes Cup tattoo gonna run a guy?
what would
I
you-
don't know.
This would be the dumbest story in 20 years as to why I got this tattoo. But
Correct. That's what tattoos are for.
are they?
Yeah, because 20 years, what tattoos don't you regret?
Not red.
I think you should get the
Get a cat with his butthole.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking
That's what it's got to be. The,
the
puck
monkey.
What
in the
about a
middle.
hurricane into
The hurricane logo where it's got the puck in the middle. That's got to be your belly button.
The monkey's doing the finger poke into the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or your raisin.
Either or.
Either or.
I'm
It's
not
up to
going to
you.
go watch.
He can just tell us it gets done. We'll have to take his
No,
word
no,
for it.
no.
There you go.
It would be great for the show.
Really good.
Come on,
for the
think
show.
of the show for the
Come on,
kids,
Jack,
Jack.
for the
Think of
kids.
it. Come on. Won't be a wet blanket all your life. Time for some super chat. A little love coming in, only one, but it's going to the youth centers of Calgary.
It's a good
Little money
place for
the
it to go.
kids. Handsome Dan, Vacation Rentals. He is in. Now that the first round's over, I've adjusted my unbiased $50 per win charitable support to Las Vegas. I don't even know who they're playing, but come on, boys. Let's get some W's for charity.
All
That's
right.
handsome. You know
Okay,
what?
handsome Dan.
For the kids.
Unbiased.
Attaboy.
And just,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
This will be news to Dan, but I believe they're playing the Edmonton Oilers.
Huh.
Not that, again, he said they're unbiased, and he didn't
He pulls
matter.
every round. He pulls the
Yeah,
team.
because it's Vegas this time around.
Yeah.
So
Go Vegas, I guess.
yeah, I mean it's
I'd get
they
behind
can only
that,
get
Dan.
4 wins, but here's hoping they get those 4 for the kids.
I think more money to the youth centers of Calgary is
Yeah.
really what this is all about, dude.
And it's something I think we can all get behind.
I'm in.
The kids?
All of us.
It's for the kids.
Just trying to make a difference.
That's what we're doing.
Just trying to make a difference.
Kids.
Thank you, Dan.
It's for the kids.
HT.
So yeah, one game tonight, couple tomorrow. We'll react.
Sorry about those series odds, Dean. I really thought I had that.
That's okay,
laid out,
Ryan.
but I screenshotted the wrong thing, I think.
Well, it kind of had me because you're very much you're very good with the Bet365 stuff. So I just kind of
Look
then
at
I
that.
stopped for a second. Just wait a
How
Big
would the
number.
over
Tick.
be 5.5 for a series?
plus 1.5.
What? Eh.
So anyway,
You can find it on Bet365.
yeah, get the app like we tell you every day.
Futures.
Over and over and over again.
series.
Wonder who Greg up at Bonton will be taking.
Whoever Sam Bennett's got.
Yeah.
Dean. Yeah. I do have the series odds. Panthers minus 180. Heavy favorites against the Leafs. Carolina minus 170 against Washington. Oilers are not favored. It's the Vegas Golden Knights at minus 115. Edmonton minus 105. And then Dallas heavy favorites minus 170 against the Jets.
Maybe that impacts. Maybe you want the better odds. Maybe you're going to chase an upset.
Maybe. They pay well.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, fellas. Well, Jack, how was the show today?
Great show.
Who
Was
is MVP? Who's top performer today?
It's a group effort, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's always a
Probably
group.
Red.
Barnaby will join us tomorrow.
Oh,
Matthew Barnaby.
Never heard
Oh,
of
okay.
what a duster.
him. Did you cross paths or did you narrowly miss him?
No, he left. He got traded for Stu Barnes a month before I got.
There you go. It's that close.
Stu
Good luck with the drawing of the balls tonight.
Oh, I
everyone.
can't.
Can we see that one more time as we head off to
And we will remind, if you think this is riveting, we're going to do a live stream for like an hour tonight with Mike Gould and Ryan Pike as the draft lottery goes tonight, and we'll find out which of the non-playoff teams will select where.
See, I like this better if I picture this being Gould.
Yeah,
and not
kinda
Stanley.
Yeah.
All right. So
Hey,
yeah, our
Flames Nation.
our AI department has gone to work with here's Mike Gould in advance of tonight's big draft lottery. I'll give you,
and we'll see you tomorrow.